I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and you know the deal. You know what time it is. Like this video, share this video, go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel. Man, Premier Pro Wrestling is back. Trenton, Tennessee, this Saturday night. It's a fundraiser to help the school in Spring Hill. 6 o'clock bell time. It's going to be an awesome stacked card. And we're going to get to it, and we're going to go through all the matches here in just a second. You know what I got to do. I got to promote these upcoming podcasts, and then we're going to get this thing underway.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowing down, I'll give up everything.
Sick of the venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that I saw they get famous, and when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted, created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Got some killer podcasts coming up. A little variety there. It should be something for everybody. Be sure to check them out. All of them, hopefully. If not, check out the ones you like. Don't watch the ones you don't like. All right, guys, tonight, it's all about Premier Pro Wrestling. It's been a minute. My guests tonight, look, they're not just wrestlers. They are owners and promoters. And they're the first couple of West Tennessee I bring to you, T-Payne and the $1 Million Baby.
Hey,
what's up, guys?
How y'all doing?
Hold on, guys. I'm screwing up already. Let me get my stuff together. Let me see where I'm at. Right there. There we are now. There we are. Been a minute, guys.
It's been a while, yeah.
Premier Pro Wrestling back this Saturday night in Trenton. Fundraiser for the school in Spring Hill. Talk to me a little bit about this deal and how it come about, y'all.
So, well, actually, last year we had spoke with them. They do a spring fling, and it's they usually do a live auction. And this year they wanted. Last year they wanted to change things up too, but the timing was too close together. We were like a week out, and I just couldn't prepare for that. And so this year they had reached out to me, and Stephanie works with one of the ladies that's on the school board over there. And so, between the two things, it just kind of all fell in place, and they've promoted it well. We've tried to do what we could. We hope for a great turnout for the school. When you're doing something for the school, it's always good to give back, so that's what we're going to try to do this Saturday night.
It's also one of the smaller rural schools in West Tennessee. So there's been here lately, there's been a big debate on closing the smaller schools to make one big school.
Right.
So this school only has one fundraiser a year, and it's normally the live auction, the spring fling. So this year they wanted to incorporate wrestling and even make it bigger so they could have the money raised for their school as a whole.
So this thing's important. It's
Very
important for the school. It's important for the community. It's important for the kids.
Absolutely.
I know how kids are, man. Once you get at a school, ain't nothing worse than changing schools. You hate it.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest fundraisers they'll have. Like I said, they don't have one. They don't sell the cookies like some schools. They don't get a lot of the grants or the funds to run the school just because they are a smaller school. It's from kindergarten through 8th grade.
From the school. And I'm finna get some other information for you, but they're also doing this thing will actually start way early. I mean, maybe 3-4 o'clock. They'll have other things going on. They're going to do barbecue plates, a whole dinner plate. You'll be able to come in early and purchase that. They will be selling concessions also at the show. But if you wanted to get there early and get you a full meal, they're doing that also. She's looking for the poster right now where I can tell you right.
So it actually starts at 4. They have kid games. And then after the kid games at 5 o'clock, there'll be a big barbecue dinner. And then at 6 o'clock will be the wrestling. So the kids game starts at 4. The dinner's at 5 and wrestling's at 6. The plates are $10 a plate. The adult admission for the tickets are $10. The Spring Hill students, they get admission of $5, and of course 5 and under are free. There will be, like I said, concessions and a silent auction as well.
Yes, this is going to be like a whole day event. You get to come out and enjoy the whole thing with your family. You can bring the kids. They're going to have fun the whole time.
Yeah, I seen that flyer. I hadn't told my daughter, my youngest, about the kids games yet, but I think we're going to come early so she can play and do whatever before the show. And early bell time, 6 p.m. Show going to start at 6.
Yeah, we're gonna at 6 o'clock we'll be getting ready to rock and roll. And for me, I don't know about everybody else, but the early bell time for me is fantastic. You can get in, you can get out. It ain't 10, 11 o'clock getting home, and then for us and people that's driving further, hell, sometimes you don't get home till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So with that being said, hey, get in and get out and do the job, raise some money, and have a good time,
Right. And here's the thing, man. With the 6 o'clock bell time, that'll give families time to come do all this stuff, check out the wrestling, and then there'll still be plenty of places open if they want to go eat. Take the family out to eat or something. Like you said, it won't be too late because I'm with y'all, man. The older I get, the less I want to travel. I'll be honest with you. I don't like going even an hour and a half from the house, man. You go to a show don't start till 8. Usually it don't end till 10 minimum, sometimes 10:30, sometimes 11, depending on where and what show. And like you said, man, it's 12, 1, 2 o'clock getting home. So this is going to be great for all these people, all these kids, the families. They get to come out, have fun, support the community. School gets to make some money. Really good thing for the community.
Oh man, I think it's going to be great. We expect a big turnout, and I hope it is for them. You know, that's my biggest concern. At the end of the day, is they have a good turnout and everybody gets to enjoy themselves.
It is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but there is an address attached to the Premier Pro flyer. It's State Route 188.
It's 84 State Route 188.
188, right?
Yep.
So if you if you want to come out and you're not exactly sure where to come, like I said, if you look at the Premier Pro poster, the address is listed right there. You can't miss it.
So look, man, big things happening with Premier Pro. We had a second to chat before we went live, and Premier Pro looks like Premier Pro is gonna have a brand new home. Talk to us a little bit about this, kind of smarten us up on the future of Premier Pro.
So starting in April, we'll I don't have a set date, but we got everything confirmed. We will be going to Gibson, Tennessee. And I mean, if anybody knows anything about the wrestling in this area, it was huge in Gibson.
Right.
Killer used to do killer shows. So it was good. They had big turnouts over there, and they had just recently built a brand new community center. Got heat, got air. You're going to be comfortable any time of the year. So it's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for the fans. We will be getting a date and all that coming real soon. Prices won't change. We'll still be the same. That kind of fluctuates. We've had some higher shows, but when there was higher shows, it was because the talent was also higher. But the prices ain't going to change. It's going to stay the same, just a different location.
Gibson, man, I think that's perfect. Really, a rich history of wrestling, man. Killer, he used to run once a month, and man, he would pack that building he used to run out once a month, every month. Sometimes there'd be 400 or 500 people in there. On average, if I'm remembering right, 250, 200, 250, 300 on average. But I have seen times where there was 400 or 500 people he'd put in there, and that's, man, Gibson's always been a wrestling town, and
it would be like right in the middle of the whole Gibson County area. It's right in the center. I mean, people from all counties, neighboring counties and cities. It's dead center. So like everybody would not have such a far travel. It'll all just be kind of like met in the middle.
Right. Yeah, I think it's great, man. And here's the thing. Premier Pro now going to have a permanent home for a while. Heat, air conditioning. And look, people can get by in the wintertime. They don't mind. They can put jackets on, kind of stay warm. But in that hot summertime, man, we know you'll be sweating to death if you're in a building around here nowadays without an air conditioner. An air conditioner in the summertime means the world to a wrestling show.
And also Friday nights, we're sticking to Friday nights. It won't be Saturday. Like I said, the only reason why this one is on a Saturday night is because it is a fundraiser, and that's what the school chose. So, but yeah, after this show, it'll definitely, we'll still keep trucking on our Friday nights.
Yeah, I like that too, because, there's so many shows that run Saturday. But here's the thing. In all honesty, if you want to run a show on a Saturday, it's hard getting talent because everybody's already spoken for, man. Everybody runs Saturday. There's really very few Friday shows. I think Brownsville runs Friday every other week, maybe. Obviously, Osceola in Arkansas runs Fridays.
Union City runs every other week?
Not Fridays.
Oh,
no, I think they run Saturday, and I think it is every other week. And Premier Pro, people's used to it being on Friday nights. That's the thing; they're accustomed to it.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to change that up.
No, I've enjoyed doing that on Friday nights, having the rest of my weekend. On top of the fact of, like you just said, the searching for the talent. Not even just your local talent. You spread out. There's towns all over Tennessee that's got wrestling, and they run Saturdays. You know what I mean? So it is so hard to do that. Where when you do it on a Friday, almost nobody was running on Fridays. until we started doing so. And now now Osceola, they've always been on Friday.
Yeah, they've been on Fridays for 30 years. I just threw them in because, honestly, there's 100 Saturday night shows, and probably between Arkansas and Tennessee and maybe even Mississippi, there might be 6 Friday night shows, if that many,
Yeah.
Friday night's a prime time.
Yeah, that's my preferred time and schedule.
Man, y'all ain't hey, this show coming up Saturday as usual. It's a stacked card. I've got some of these graphics. I'm gonna start pulling these up. Look, guys, they're in no certain order because I don't know what order they're gonna be in. So we're just gonna pull them up and just let y'all give us an idea of these matchups. Talk to us a little bit about them and how they came about. Here's one I'm super interested in right here. This one here, man. Let me switch us over. I got a different layout, so we should we get a better view. Let's try this. There we go. Wes Warren taking on Tim Bosby, and I missed the last show y'all did that Tim Bosby was at, so I hadn't actually got to watch Tim Bosby live. But man, we've seen Wes Warren a couple of times at Premier Pro, and Wes Warren is he's an athlete, man. He's a hell of a wrestler.
He absolutely is. Bosby worked for us at the last show, and after his match, we spoke, and he told me, that if he was, obviously if he's going to have an opportunity to come in and wrestle some top tier talent, he wanted to. That's kind of his thing at this point. He's and. So, we this date come about. I texted him, asked him if this is all good, and he agreed to it. And Bosby, he wrestles in places, but he's really like a hidden gem. You don't really get to see him. You know what I mean? Memphis Wrestling has I ain't gonna say kept him hemmed up, but that's where he wanted to be. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he's definitely a blue chipper. He's a blue chip prospect around here. I'm looking forward to seeing him live. I'm pretty sure he's got a collegiate background, some collegiate wrestling. I think he was a pretty decent collegiate wrestler. Don't hold me to that. I could be wrong. But
right. I do believe so. Yeah, he's just natural at it. You know what I mean? And when you want to see somebody go out there and wrestle, that's what he's going to give you. You know what I mean? It's not the flips and flops. It's wrestling 101.
Right. And he's in a lot of people's eyes, this kid's got the potential to be the second coming of Kurt Angle in a lot of ways, man. He's talented, but don't take nothing away from Wes Warren. I've seen this guy at y'all's show. I've seen him at a couple of other shows. This dude here can go. He's a true professional wrestler. He can go. This is a heck of a, I don't know where this match is going to land on the card, but this is a main event match, period.
It will be high up on the card.
And look, we got your favorite guy with us. I know you and this guy got a lot of heat. We got Johnny Dotson, the King Superstar, Bluff City Wrestling's with us. Well, hey, Johnny's feeding us some info. Tim Bosby, he wrestled at Cordova High School, so there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I didn't want to come out and say that because I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty sure. So
look, Jason Powell's with us. He says hi, guys.
How you doing?
Jason, I appreciate you watching. Johnny, I appreciate you tuning in. So let's pull Bosby down and let's get another one of these guys up here and see what we got, man. Like I said, it's a stacked card from top to bottom, whatever way it is. Let me see who I got here next. This one here. This is a guy I'm interested in too. We know about Walker Hayes, but Yabba Dabba Daddy. Talk to me about this guy, y'all.
Look, I wish Zach was here because I'm gonna be honest with you. Zach, I seen this guy at MIW on one of their cards. I haven't thought nothing else about it. Zach,
He reached out to the
Zach,
Premiere page.
this guy, so Yabba Dabba Daddy had reached out to the Premiere Pro page, maybe a month or so ago, probably a little over a month. And
Right.
like Zach kind of keeps up with that. So anyways, all come about, Zach booked this guy, but after going and watching him, he is going to be a character, I guarantee you, and a good one at that.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see this guy. After me and you had a conversation a month or two ago before talking about this show coming about, and you told me about this guy, and then I think I seen him on the MIW flyer or something. I still hadn't seen no footage of him or nothing, but I'm real interested. But man, I mean, he's got his hands full in this debut because, I mean, Walker 13, he's a giant, he's a monster. This right here is an interesting matchup, to say the least, y'all.
Well, I know I'd hate to be making my debut against Walker Hayes.
Right.
I mean, that don't sound good for a turnout anyways.
Yeah, Walker hadn't been in a great mood around the territory here lately either, so I don't think he's going to be in a very good mood Saturday night. He's very seldom in a very good mood, if ever. And this is I mean, if Yabba Dabba Daddy can pick up a win over Walker Hayes in his debut for Premiere Pro, that's going to be a big deal. That's a hell of a notch in his bedpost right there.
Absolutely. I mean, if he can knock Walker, there will definitely be second matches. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what I got next, y'all. All right, this one, $1 Million Baby's got a vested interest in right here. Baby, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. Talk to us about this matchup. You two aren't strangers whatsoever. Y'all got a lot of water under the bridge.
There is definitely a lot of water. So, actually, for those that don't know, I remember sitting in the crowd and watching a little bit wrestle. I know that sounds crazy, but first time I ever seen her, she was running with XOW. I think it was like Sergeant, and they were down in Mississippi. And I was still training to wrestle at that time. But yeah, I look forward to meeting back in the ring with a little bit. We have had a few time off, and not too long ago, she was actually my tag team partner at Liberty Pro. So, I mean, it's one of those things where we know each other inside out. She is a little sneaky, so I'm just going to have to watch out for that. But I feel like overall it should definitely be a really good match.
Right. And like I said, y'all got history. You mentioned Liberty Pro, but it's now Luxury Pro.
It's Luxury Pro now, yes.
Right. So
y'all with my tag partner.
Say what now? I missed that, baby. Say that again.
Under new ownership, so it's no longer Luxury Pro, but
Liberty Pro.
No longer Liberty Pro. It was Liberty Pro. Now it's Luxury Pro since the owners have swapped hands. But when the previous owner had it, we were the tag team champions together. And then, of course, when we were running CCW, we at first had some tension there, and then she kind of went and did her own thing, and now here we back around the same territory. So it's should be definitely be a good match.
Yeah, she's got a ton of experience, man. I don't know how old she is, but I don't think she's really that old, and she's been around forever.
She has, yeah. I think she basically started in the wrestling ring probably
about the same time.
Probably about the same time I did, at the same age. If not, maybe a little older. You know, I know she's got a few years on me, but it's not by much. I think she's probably even the same age as Brian.
So, Brian, give us your thoughts on this matchup right here, man. I know who you're rooting for, but talk to us about the matchup itself.
Well, I mean, for anybody that don't know, I mean, if you've watched Autumn and Steph, and you know how good that is, I mean, this is what you're going to get, but you're going to get it with a little bit in Steph instead of it being Autumn. You know what I mean? They know each other. You know what I mean? They're so familiar with each other that, I mean, the matchup's going to be a 50-50 down the board. I mean, I don't care how you want to look at it. Both of them's going to take a beating, and they know that going into this match, you know. as far as the winner, I don't know, but I know that at the last Premier Pro show that we did, that Little Bit was at, she made it very well known that she was coming after the Premier Pro Women's Championship. So, she's not going to go in and with the thought of losing. So it's going to be a tough one for Steph.
And that's one of the most prestigious women's titles around our area. I mean, I don't know other way to say it. You got the Memphis Wrestling Women's title, you got EPW's Women's Champion, and then in my book after that, I don't think it's Premier Pro. Premier Pro's title is right there with those three titles. Every lady around our territory, I think, would love to have the opportunity to capture the Premier Pro Women's title.
Yeah, I mean, if you just go back to, from the first start, Steph was the first women's champion, and then later on we had Nix. She was actually the Memphis Wrestling champion and the Premier Pro champion at the same time. And then you move a little bit forward, Dream Girl Ellie, she carried this title all the way to Canada with her, on a couple different occasions. That title had went over there in Canada and she had wore it out. I mean, for me, it's like when you send these belts home, you never think that your title is going to end up in another country, and then there it is. You get a picture on Facebook. She done send us a message talking about, I'm going to take your belt to Canada with me, and we're going to wear it out. Hey, that's fantastic. It's it's really been one of the most prestige titles at Premier Pro.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal. I don't know if the fans out there realize that, but man, it's a big deal for the Premier Pro Women's title to be mentioned in across the country, not across the country, in other countries. I mean, that's a big deal, and that's kind of how it happens, man. Here's the thing. You said when you send these belts home, really the first thing you think about most of the time is, hope I get my belt back, But
yeah.
Then when you get somebody who is out here really making a name for themselves in the wrestling industry all over the world, and they care enough about that title to take it and show it off wherever they go, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of time and effort into putting the design together. We wanted something that stood out, something that was going to be different. It wasn't just like any other title. I mean, most places, they got a similar layout. It's not nothing spectacular. And now some of them places, they keep a new belt flowing where, it ain't so simple, one of those belts. I mean, that heavyweight belt was $750.
Right.
That's that's tough on the pocket when you spending that kind of money. But from the get-go, we just wanted something that stood out, and that was good for business, and help.
Brian, now this one's, you got a vested interest in. Brian Hitt, man. This kid is young. He's the younger brother of Jake Payne. He's got a lot of talent, man. Let's be honest. He's a talented young man. He's in shape, and he's hungry. He's hungry. That's the biggest thing. Talk to us about this matchup, Brian. This is a heck of a matchup. It's a heck of a matchup for him if he can get the Duke over you, and it'd be nice for you to get a victory over this young guy.
Man, he had reached out to me when I had put the message on Facebook about needing some talent for the show, and I'll be honest with you, if I put a question out like that, he's normally one of the very first ones that hits me up. Funny, when he actually found professional wrestling, I was the first person he found.
Oh, really?
Side of his brother.
Yeah, and he moved here.
He found me down at the EIW building one day. I was actually down there working on the building, getting it cleaned up, and he showed up, and he was hungry then. You know what I mean? He was ready to get in the ring and work. So anyway, what's that?
Well, he did come to the EIW building in Trenton and work out of some, didn't he?
Absolutely.
Like actually, I'm pretty sure I was there. I didn't remember him until you said that, being Brian Hitt, who he is now, but I'm pretty sure that I did see him there. It's the first time I'd seen him there. And when I got there, he was in the ring, and I think Sarge and maybe somebody else was going over some stuff with this guy. And now that I remember that, immediately you could tell this kid had potential. Even at that point, you could tell immediately he had potential, and he's come a long way since then.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he went, so he went down there, he did some training, he went on down to TIWF for a little while. I mean, basically anywhere that would open the door and give him an opportunity to get in the ring and work, whether it was by himself or with a group of guys, he didn't care, he wanted it. And
right.
I'm pretty sure he proceeded to go down and do some training at Memphis Wrestling, and now he's wrestling with the MIW group. And anytime that we need talent, he's the first one guaranteed to reach out and ask. And the first thing he's going to ask, if I've confirmed him, is what time is set up, because he's going to be there. And when it's time, he's going to tear it down. He's one of the guys that he's out there paying his dues for real.
Yeah, he is. I like him, man. And I mean, if you look at his brother, if he's anything like his brother, he's hungry. He's out there. He wants to make it in the wrestling business. Here, I hate to put you on the spot, Payne, but man, like I said, this is a young guy, I would say early 20s, and he is in shape, and he's a cardio monster in that ring. You're going to be able to hang with this kid, man.
Well, so with that being said, he's probably like 19.
Is he that young?
Is very in shape. I'm not going to try to keep up with him. I'm going to try to slow him down.
There you go. That's smart strategy right there.
Goal to win the match. If I can slow him down and keep him to a slow level, I shouldn't have no problem. Now, if for some reason I cannot, well, it may be a different turnout.
Look, man, we'll stick a bucket under the ring. If you have to go under it and puke, go under it and puke. Come on back out. Finish the match, man.
I will probably need a bucket and a bottle of water.
Including that he hasn't been in the ring since like November of last year.
That is what's going to really hurt me Saturday night. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to take nothing from the kid. He's very talented, and I'm 35, and I'm not out here working out, hitting the gym every day. So as far as the cardio and being able to run the 10, 15, 20-minute match, however long it goes, it's going to be tough on me, but I'm going to give it all I got, and if I can't get the job done, I'll move on to the next one.
Hey, this is the question. Will experience outweigh youth and exuberance? We're going to find out Saturday night how this thing plays out. It's 19 to 35. That's a big gap, man, in years, man. That's a lot of years gap, especially in the wrestling business, especially when this young dude is, he's ripped. He's shredded, man. He's really, all he's got to do is keep doing what he's doing, fill out a little more. If he's not but 19, obviously he's going to fill out more. He's going to put on some size.
Yeah, he started putting on some size, and he'll be huge. The dude over the last year, he's went from being a small guy with no tone to a small guy, and he's all tone.
Oh, here we go. Let me find our next one. I don't know which one, how the next two is going to fall on the card. And like I said, it ain't in no certain order, but this is a big matchup right here for Trenton Daniels. This matchup right here could literally change Trent Daniels' career in one night.
Many people don't know this, but Trent at CCW, he was known for the big matches, and and looks like for Premier Pro, I mean, he's on his return match, and so it looks no different. You know, it's another big match.
Look, man, Jeremiah Plunkett, he's held that Mid-America title for, I mean, we seen him at Premier Pro, October of last year, maybe even a little earlier than that, and he was the champion then. He defended it at Premier Pro. Yeah, I want to say he defended against Chase McCoy, maybe.
Chase McCoy.
Yeah, man, it's a big deal. And Trent, man, I had Trent on recently, and we were talking about the last time he was at Premier Pro, and he got in a little trouble, you know. So
yeah, you know, yeah, I mean, it wasn't one of those things that that bothered me so much. It bothered some other people, and you know,
right.
You know, I'm going to do what's best for me, and you know, at the time, it was to just let him disappear for a little while.
Yeah, he agreed with that, man. He's happy to, very excited to be coming back, especially in this matchup right here, because like we said, I mean, look, Trent, I know he's been the Cape Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, but man, if he could walk out of Trenton Saturday night with a win over Jeremiah Plunkett and the new NWA Mid-America champion, I mean, like I said, one night could change his whole career. It could skyrocket him right to where he's trying to get.
If he wins Saturday night, he will most definitely be trending.
He'll definitely be trending. Ain't no doubt about that. Baby, last time we seen Trent in Dyer, Tennessee, when he got in a little trouble, you and him were actually wrestling each other. So give us your thoughts on Trent and this matchup.
I think it's going to be an overall good match. Trent's a little quick. He's a little cocky. That's probably what gets him 90% ahead of everybody else is his cockiness. But, hey, I'm a Jeremiah Plunkett fan. I actually used to watch him wrestle when I was younger, too. And we've shared many locker rooms together when I was first starting out in the business. Very respectful man. But I think it's going to be a really good match. And I'm looking forward to seeing it, really.
Well, this is another matchup like Brian's in. Jeremiah Plunkett's definitely got the experience advantage in this match. I mean, he's probably got, I would say, 10 to 12, 15 years experience over Trent. But like you said, Trent's cocky. For me, he's one of the best heels around our area in the wrestling business, truthfully. I mean, he can go in the ring, but he is a little snaky, sneaky, conniving little heel that don't mind poking you in the eye or doing whatever. I mean, we talked about, look, when y'all had y'all's matchup, he treated you like you was another guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he didn't cut you any slack, and that could really be a benefit for Trent, man. He's going to have to, in my opinion, he's going to have to stick and move on Jeremiah Plunkett. Like I said, it's another deal where we'll experience went out over youth and exuberance, and we're gonna find out, man. It's a big matchup, another main event match, you know.
No, absolutely.
And let's get to this one, because this one's one I'm really interested in. Man, these two teams right here, I really think that EOG, which they're the current Premier Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And I think these guys here took the Steel Cross blueprint almost, and is really using it to their advantage. A few years ago, Steel Cross was kind of a one or two town tag team, hometown tag team, wrestled in Trenton mostly, one or two other little shows somewhere around there, but mainly stayed in Trenton. And I don't know what got in their crawl, but they decided that, hey, we're going to go out and start venturing out. And this team ventured out, had a long run as EPW tag team champions, had a good run in Memphis, pretty much captured tag team titles everywhere they've been. And I think that, look, man, what can you say about EOG? These two guys here, truthfully, they are the future. I believe that 100%, but I do believe that they seen what Steel Cross was able to do and thought, hey, we can do this too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is a really big matchup. And I mean, if we're talking how it's supposed to have went, honestly, this match should have been EOG versus the Crawleys. The Crawleys are the current #1 contenders
Right.
for the Pro Tag Team Champions. So, obviously, we got the date for this show. VIP Wrestling was already set up, and the Crawleys had committed to them, so they wasn't going to be able to make the match. As most people know, me and Alex, we go way back. And I reached out to Alex and Ethan and asked them if they wanted to come in and take a shot at the Premier Pro Tag Team Champions. And I made them understand, just like EOG, they already know the Crawleys are the #1 contenders. Whoever leaves Saturday night with the Premier Pro Tag Team Champions, they already got a mark on their back, regardless if it's EOG or Steel Cross.
I like that. I like that. I like that the fact that I don't like it when you have a team like a #1 contender team and then somebody cuts line or something and happens to win, and then the whole thing changes, and these guys who are already top contenders, the #1 contenders, kind of get lost in the shuffle. I like that the fact that y'all are going to do that. No matter who wins, they still got to face the Crowleys.
They still go, and I mean, it was promised in a street fight match. You know, the next Premier Pro tag team match after this one will be with the Crawleys and one of them tag teams you're looking at right there, and it'll be in a no disqualification match.
Well, talk to me about EOG actually winning the Premier Pro tag team titles, because, I mean, really, for those, look, that's a big deal for these guys. That is a huge deal. Those titles are important, and those guys, man, they I mean, really, we've seen them have some killer matches with the Crowleys.
Oh, absolutely. They've had good matches with the Crowleys, with Trace and Jason. I mean,
right.
There was a couple teams prior to them, but they wasn't for the titles at that point. But you know, they come in and they work hard. They've done what they were supposed to do, what they were asked to do, and they're sitting at the top of the mountain because they deserved it.
Yeah, man. I like I said, I 100% believe that they're definitely the future, man. If they here's the thing, all they got to do really is stay together. If they stay together and keep putting themselves out there, man, there's unlimited potential between these two guys, and there seems to be some kind of magic with them together. Both of them were JT. I'll be honest with you, man. From the first time I met JT in New Bern, Tennessee, at the original EIW building to where he is now, man, you'd have never thought when I seen him there that he would be the guy in the ring he is now. And Ty's the same way. Ty's always had it. It's always been there. Ty's a hell of a athletic guy. JT is too. And I feel like when they got together, I feel like something happened. You know, sometimes you can tag with guys. You and Alex, you can tag with a lot of guys and be a decent tag team. But when you find that one person that when you get together, there's just something special there, it changes the whole thing.
When you go out there and you can make something turn into magic, that's what it is. I mean, it works just like that. It's just magic, you know.
Man, that, like I said, that's a stacked card from top to bottom. Early bell time. Show's going to start at 6 p.m. That'll get you in and out. Going to have a great time at Premier Pro. Raise some money for the school. It's important because I know if I was going to that school, man, ain't nothing worse than changing schools, especially if you're used to a smaller school. And then you have to go to this big school where there's 4 times the amount of people you're used to and kids. No kid likes that, man. So it'll be a good thing for the town. Brian, the floor is y'all's, man. Promote this show one more time. Tell everybody everything that's going to go on Saturday and ticket prices and everything, dude.
So as we went over at the front, it's more than wrestling. They've got kid games. They start at 4 p.m. At 5 p.m., they're going to have dinner plates, barbecue dinner plates. You can come out, you get the whole dinner plate, $10 a person for the dinner plates. moving on up, we got bell time at 6 p.m. They will be serving concessions. They'll
have a silent auction.
They're going to have a silent auction going on too. You might come out there and find something real cheap. Put your bids in, and just come out and support the town. Even if you ain't from that area, come out, show your support. It's good to help the kids. It's not nothing really about nothing but raising some money for the kids.
Right. Yeah, it's a big deal. Here's the thing, and we've said it before, man, a lot of wrestling companies come into towns and they really just take from towns. If you want to, it's good to go in your community and give back. That's how you grow in your community. Look, like you said, this show, it's all about connections in the wrestling business. Always has been, always will be. Are they looking for wrestling? Stephanie happens to work with somebody who is in the know there. That's how deals are made every day in the wrestling business. That's how things happen. It's really cool. It's good for the community. And even beyond Saturday night, once again, talk to us about the new home for Premier Pro Wrestling.
So it'll be coming out real soon. We're going to get through Saturday, but in April, we'll be going to Gibson, Tennessee. They've built a new community center over there. We're going to have heat. We're going to have air. Matter of fact, I didn't tell this earlier, but the city, some of the city folks, they're going to actually come out. They're going to be the ones run concession. That money will go to the city or
That's
to
good.
local churches, wherever they feel they should send the money that month. So, this ain't going to just, this again is going to be helping something. We helped the Dyer Fire Department forever. We're going to go over here. We're going to help the city of Gibson. Man, it's really worked where we can bring the people wrestling, and we can also help the community, and not the same community. Try to help different ones. That's what it's been about for us, to be able to give back and give the wrestling.
Yeah, man, that's a good deal all the way around, man. It's good for y'all. It's good for Premier Pro, and it's good for the city, man. I like the idea of them getting concessions. That gives them incentive. That gives them incentive to help promote this show, try to sell tickets, let people know it's out there. Here's the thing. If you're a wrestling company and you're in a community that really don't like you, they're not trying to help you grow. They don't want you to grow. They want you gone. You come in and you work with the city, you help them, they help you. That is exactly what makes wrestling on our level work. That right there is what it's really all about, man.
Yeah, you got to be able to compromise, you can't be in it to think, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to take all the concession, all the door money, pay the boys, and have this left over, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices and make moves. It helps them, it helps you. And, at the end of the day, if they're getting a piece of the pie, they're going to help promote it because they're getting a piece of the pie.
Right. It's incentive. Like I said, look, we got Wrestle Luz with us, and somebody new, first time I've ever seen chime in, got a comment, says, honestly, I think that would be great. I think that would be, I think one thing that would be great is possibly having weekly tape program on YouTube. So let's kind of talk about that for a second, Brian. Me and you've had this conversation before. Have y'all ever thought about filming your shows and putting them out on YouTube? Is that something we might see in the future, or do you just not feel like fooling with it?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Julia, now she posts them on YouTube. They're all on YouTube. You can get on there and you can find all the Premier shows.
I think all you got to do is type in Premier Pro and the match you want to see, and I think it'll pull it up.
Yeah,
right.
You can get on there. You can pull up any of them. As far as for me, I just didn't want to fool with it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of time. If you really go in, you start editing the footage and this and that. It's time consuming, and I'm not much of a computer tech guy, so You know, I'd have to go in there and teach myself how to do that, or pay somebody to do it. And you know, it ain't something that's bothered me, you know.
And I feel like us running like once a month also gives those who do the TV tapings quite more often a more of a like a freestyle, free chance to be able to longer match or do some things they haven't or got to do on TV. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like be their selves, I guess.
I mean, that's the thing, you know. EPW is great. Memphis Wrestling's great. My kickback is we're going out there. We're having anywhere from 4 to 6 minute matches, and I'm not docking them by no means, because that is not what I'm saying. It's just the wrestlers ain't getting time to go out and really show what they can do, you know, as far as being at those live tapings. If you're taping something live, you know, you can't keep the matches long. You just work.
Right.
So for me, I like them to be able to go out there and have freestyle. You know, you go out there, you give me 10 or 15 and give it all you got.
Wrestle Us is back with us, and they say there's plenty out there like Da Vinci's Resolve. I don't exactly know what that is. I'm assuming that's it might be a YouTube channel that caters to wrestling, maybe. I don't know. But Miss Greer, man, she I mean, honestly, she does some of the best footage. I really don't see how she does it. Man, it's a video editing program.
Yeah,
is what it is.
And if she is watching, I just want her to know I'm very thankful for what she has done. And I mean, she goes to not every
show.
She goes all over and does this.
Like wherever show she does attend, she's videoing.
I mean, it's just something she loves to do. I mean, she's going to do it whether you ask her to or not. You know, it's just that's what she comes in and she likes to do.
And I don't know if people know this or not, but she's actually does I think she does maybe most or all of the hard camera filming for EPW.
Yeah.
You know, she's I don't see how she does it, man. That's why I use the tripod, because I cannot stand there for 2 hours holding that phone or a camera like she can. I do not see how she does it. And she goes to, I know she does MIW, Premier Pro, like I said, EPW. And I know I'm leaving out at least one more place, maybe 2.
If she ain't at one of them other places, then she goes to Trenton, you know. And when she's down there, usually she'll film some of the matches down there too.
Look, Wrestle Luz is back with us. This is honestly as a response to T-Payne. One of the benefits of doing a weekly show on YouTube is that you don't need to worry about time constraints. Which, I mean, yeah, YouTube, here's the thing. And me and Johnny had this conversation about Bluff City when they went off of TV. When you're on YouTube, you're not really held to, 30 minutes or 60 minutes. If when you write out your show for the week, if it happens to go 36 minutes, it don't matter. As long as you tell that complete story during that show, it don't matter if it goes 42 minutes.
Yeah, looked at YouTube.
You don't have those time constraints like when they were on CW. At one point they were on an hour, then they were on 30 minutes, and you got to stick that time because you paid for it. I mean, and that's what you got. But on YouTube, you don't have to try to write your show to fit the time. You can write your show however you want to, and the time it don't matter. It really don't matter,
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. Hold on, Wrestle Lutz is back. It says, syndication and national TV can be a bitch sometimes as well. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm still a firm believer that I like real TV for pro wrestling, and I'm thinking that maybe the WWE is seeing some of that with their Netflix numbers. I don't think their Netflix numbers is quite what they hoped for, and that kind of surprises me, honestly, because you think, man, they're gonna. Wrestling fans follow wrestling. They have WWE has went from Spike TV to the Nashville Network to whatever, My 50 back in the day for SmackDown. The wrestling fans follow, but I feel like maybe not as many wrestling fans follow to Netflix as they thought. I know this, when Bluff City went from television to YouTube, you would assume that all of those fans that watch it on TV are just going to come right over to YouTube. And it's not. YouTube's it's a hard medium. You got to constantly work a YouTube channel, constantly.
Yeah, you got to keep it flowing, keep new content in, and I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but unless I'm looking up how to do something, I ain't even getting on YouTube, you know?
Right. Look, Russell Luds is back and it says USA Network was the first network that aired Raw, as well as the last that aired Raw on linear TV. And that's a big deal too, man. I mean, look, I growed up on prime time and all that stuff when I was a little kid. When I discovered, when we actually got the USA Network, man, it was like, well, hell, here's a whole new world of wrestling opened up to you. And it is a big deal. I hated to see Raw leave regular TV, but I mean, times change, and only old people like me, most times they're the ones still watching TV. Anybody under 35, they get all their information off of one of these things, you know?
Yeah.
Brian, man, we're going to wrap this thing up, dude. I'm going to let y'all get out of here. We've been going right at an hour. Stat card coming up Saturday night, like always, from Premier Pro. And I'm so anxious to see how this thing in Gibson works out for you guys.
Yeah. And before we get out of here, man, the fact we're going to have those big matches at 4:00, they're going to have kid games. 5:00, they're going to have the dinner. This all is going to happen at Spring Hill School. It's 84 State Route 188 in Trenton, Tennessee. You get out there, it's way out in the country, but that's all right. We're gonna liven it up and bring them some big matches, and y'all come out, enjoy it. Bring your kids, because it's going to be kid friendly all day long. I'm not sure what all kind of games they got, but they'll have plenty of things going on for the kids, food for the adults, wrestling for everybody at the end of the night. They're going to have a silent auction, come out and give you bids. You might go home with something good that night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good deal, man. I'm anxious. I'm looking forward to Saturday night. Brian, you and baby have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys Saturday.
All right, we'll see you, Buster. Y'all have a good night. Again, 84 State Route 188, Trenton, Tennessee. We'll see you Saturday night, bell time, 6 p.m.
All right, guys, you heard it right there. Premier Pro returns this Saturday night, Trenton. Fundraiser for the Spring Hill School. Go check it out. A lot of stuff going on starting at 4. Wrestling starts at 6. A big deal. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I'll be back next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. with Sleazy E and Natural States Wrestling. Man, it's a new wrestling company in Arkansas, and they are really doing some out-of-the-box things and doing a lot with the wrestling scene in Arkansas, really pepping it up. We're going to be talking to Sleazy, and we're going to learn all about Natural States Wrestling. And you know, guys, before I get out of here, I got to promote these podcasts one more time.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative, I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowly now, I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what
from the past, won't escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. All I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
All right, guys, you seen it right there. Killer podcast coming up all the way into May. I got more I'm going to be adding soon. Once again, I want to thank everybody who interacted with us, everybody who watched. Don't forget, Saturday night, Trenton, Tennessee, Premier Pro Wrestling's back. I'll see you guys Tuesday night, 7 p.m. with Sleazy E and Natural States Wrestling.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.